What's the business case for doing that?
Well, I think both obviously people at the end of the day still do business with people, so things that allow you to connect people in a more responsive way are that much greater. Example, I went out to see somebody the other day, and I'd seen through their Twitter feed. Now this wasn't integrated at the moment, that they were having a terrible day watching the Kraft Cadbury's thing and had a massive craving for chocolate. So I was able to turn up at their office and go, "I bought you a bar of dairy milk," because it kind of allowed us to connect, on a more personal level and build relationships. And I think if you're in sales, for example, the ability to connect with your customers on that personal level really enhances that. But it doesn't take any extra time. It's nothing more that I have to go and do. It's just integrated with the environment that I'm in every day, such as Outlook.
As long as it reaches you in one single place.
That's right. And that's what that social connector within Outlook will allow people to do.
You talked a bit about the cloud services offering and the idea that Microsoft would be increasingly looking to mix its on-premises, so software-based applications, with services that it offers or third parties offer. For a lot of the channel and the resellers, that might be seen as something of a threat because their business model is still quite often based around sourcing hardware, integrating that hardware with the application, integrating that application with the connectivity, the internet, the LAN, and then providing support on top of that. The gorilla in the room is whether Microsoft will sell these services directly to the end user and bypass the channel. How do you respond to that, and do you think those fears are well-founded?
No, I don't think that the fears are well-founded. I think there's a huge opportunity that cloud presents for resellers. Certainly Microsoft is and has always been very, very partner-orientated, and we've ensured that our cloud-based services such as BPOS, the Business Process Online Suite, has a channel model, and there is margin for our channel within that. And we're looking and talking to our channel partners all the time how they want to bring that to market. I think something like cloud services provides great opportunity, mainly because it allows companies to extend new capabilities to their customers. You may well have VARs that don't, for example, have the technical skills to go and implement SharePoint or Office Communication Server. And so they would now be able to go and very simply offer those to enhance the services they may well do. So they're, I'm sure they're already putting in infrastructure-based services, client applications, but it allows them to extend those services without having to take on, new staff and new skills and learn how to integrate it all. I think there's also opportunity for them in integrating. Customers are not going to suddenly flip a switch overnight and move everything to the cloud. They're going to want to protect existing investments they have. They're going to want to grow over time. They're going to want to add new capabilities. And so the VARs are going to need to help them do that. For example, simple things like Active Directory federation, so that it can easily connect back to a customer's internal AD and mimic.
Do you think that IT consultants in particular could make more of the opportunity in the cloud and to provide hosted services? And do you think they could take some concrete steps to do so?
Yeah, I think the very basics, going and understanding it, seeing the opportunity, not to be, as you say, sort of see it as a threat, and then look for how they can expand their businesses. So there is still an element of learning from much of the channel. That needs to happen, and they need to get involved and seeing how it can complement services they provide today.
Many smaller companies started off with a small number of laptops or desktop computers, then they added in a server, and now they'll be looking to perhaps complement that server with some hosted services or upgrade that server. You've got small business server product range which has been successful for Microsoft, but as yet it hasn't been updated to bring into account the new version of, for example, Exchange. Do you think that companies will be looking to upgrade directly to Exchange 2010, and is there an opportunity for channel partners to help them with that upgrade? Or are they more likely to go for a modular approach and say take Foundation Server plus Exchange or plus Exchange and SharePoint, rather than going for the whole sort of SBS one-size-fits-all package that's been traditionally the backbone of the Microsoft small business offering?
Yeah. Well, I think it comes back to this element of customer choice. The interesting thing when you look at the size of the SMB audience with, even if you exclude sort of SOHO and single users, you've got a good couple of million organisations out there. So it's impossible to have a sort of one-size-fits-all approach. So certainly SBS continues to be a strong product because it's a nice, easy way of buying and managing all the key pieces of infrastructure, such as SharePoint and obviously file sharing, print sharing, and Exchange. But we will absolutely see people shift into a variety of uses, and that's really why we have the product portfolio that we do. So somebody could take something like Foundation Server just as a simple infrastructure, identity management and file and print capabilities, and then couple that with the cloud solutions, Exchange Online. You know, and as I say, the differentiator that Microsoft has is the ability to connect any of those together in any way that suits that individual. And that really is the opportunity for the VAR, which is to kind of go and take that complexity and work directly with an end customer and identify what's right for their needs and build the relevant solution.
Help them to identify actually what their business needs to do to drive profitability, and then put the technology in place to support that.
Absolutely.
Robert Epstein from Microsoft, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching this IT Expert View interview. My name is Stephen Pritchard. For more information on some of the products and services we've discussed, please visit our website. The address is coming up now.